Alright, welcome back to
Your Dark Master is standing in with
episode 13. Or wait, would this be 14? 14. Sorry about that last episode. I hit the wrong button and it killed my sound. And I've already been dealing with a bunch of sound issues already today. So, yeah, we will move on and hopefully I won't do that again.
A potion
and
of
I
darkness
forgot.
is lying in withered fungus.
Okay.
2 down, 1 left. It is you. Help withered a stone wall.
So I don't
Grass-like
know.
withered fungus.
There was a bloke.
Your dark
Now,
potion of dark.
I don't
Inactive cast
see.
a wooden door. Exploring, you see a jackal.
There
You
it
see a
is.
jackal. You see a goblin. You see a bloat. Your Dark
There.
Master is following you through withered fungus. 3 left. Path is
Okay.
visible. The goblin is sleeping on the ground. 1 up. 3 right. Path is visible. The jackal is sleeping on the ground.
Wow, I got
1 up.
close to
5
him.
right. The jackal is sleeping on the ground. 2 up. 5 right. The bloat is hovering over the ground. 1 up. 12 right. Path is. It is withered fun. A stone wall.
Okay.
The ground. A puddle of your. Withered
So we're
fungus.
right
A
here
stone, a stone
at the
wall.
edge
Grass-like fun. A stone wall. Withered fun.
of
a stone,
the little-
ground. A stone wall. Withered fun. It is you.
I guess
100%. Dead fungus
little
covers the ground.
corner of a wall, I guess. It looks kind of... So... Last I thought that bloat was near
Withered fungus.
that captured Goblin Mystic, and I don't want to hurt him.
You see a goblin mystic. You see a goblin. You see a goblin. You see a goblin.
Oh my
The
lord!
goblin is standing on the ground. 1 up. 2 right. The goblin is standing on the
This
ground.
is crazy.
2 up. 2 right. Path is visible. Your Dark Master is following you across an inactive gas vent. 3 left. Path. The goblin is standing on the ground. 2 up. 3 right. The jackal is standing on the ground. 1 up.
Where-
4 right. The goblin is standing on the ground. 3 up. 3 right. Path. The jackal is standing on. The goblin is standing on the ground. 1 up. 2 right. The goblin is standing
thought
on
I
the
saw a
ground.
goblin
It is a stone
mystic.
wall. It is you. Head with the ground. The goblin is standing on the ground.
Okay. Well, let's let the goblins might not come past that corner of that wall.
It is a stone wall. An inactive it is you.
So,
Health 100%.
I'm gonna just
resting.
stay right
The
here
goblin
and
is
see what
charging across
happens.
the ground. 1 up, 1 right.
Yeah, and he'll
Path
probably
is visible.
stop right there.
Your Dark Master is following
The
you.
jackals
with
won't
fungus.
stop, though.
2
They'll
left.
come.
Path is, the goblin is standing on the ground. 1. The jackal is charging across the
Yep.
ground. 3 right. Path is visible.
That jackal, we can hit him after our next
The
rest.
goblin mystic casts protection. Resting. Your
What
Dark
goblin
Master-
mystic?
The jackal is the goblin is standing. The jackal is the goblin is the goblin is the goblin is standing. Your Dark the jackal is
I don't
charging
see
through
a
with
goblin
fungus. It
mystic.
is the jackal is you did the you defeated the jackal. The jackal missed you. The goblin skewers your
Whoa!
Dark Master defeated the jackal. The goblin missed your Dark Master. The goblin missed your Dark Master. The
I
goblin missed your
accidentally-
Dark Master.
I assumed that that jackal would be right behind the other one, and so I thought he'd be directly to my right, to my east, to the east, and so I swung that way. Well, I thought I was going to swing that way. Instead, I took a step that way.
It is you. Your Dark the goblin
This
is
is why-
standing on a stone wall.
We tried
Your
to...
Dark Master cuts the goblin. The goblin missed your Dark Master. The goblin skewers your Dark Master. The goblin missed your Dark Master. The goblin missed your Dark Master. The goblin skewers you. The goblin missed you. The goblin missed it casts protection. The goblin missed you. You see a bloat. Your Dark Master
still
is following
don't-
you through a pool of blood. 1 down. Pass it. The goblin is standing in a pool of blood. 1 right. Pass it. The goblin is standing on the ground. 1 up. Pass it.
Yeah, we're
The goblin is
surrounded right
standing
here,
on the
so
ground.
this isn't
1
good.
up. 1 right. The goblin is charging across the ground. 2 right. The goblin mystic is standing on the ground. 2 up. 1 right. Path is visible.
All right. Okay. It's time for Discord again.
Good magic, a scroll and type evil mag. Good magic, a staff of Discord. Direct. The goblin
Let's
is
use it
standing
on
on
the
the
one
ground.
to the
1 up,
northeast.
1 right. Path is open. The goblin missed the goblin. The goblin missed your Dark Master. The goblin missed you. The goblin cuts the goblin. The goblin missed you. You missed the goblin.
Then I'm hitting the
goblin
one to
skewers
the
goblin.
north.
The goblin missed your Dark Master. The goblin skewers you. The goblin skewers the goblin.
Although I
the
wish-
goblin missed you.
I wish I could get to that Goblin Mystic.
You missed the goblin.
I don't
The
think
goblin
this is
missed
gonna
the
do any
goblin.
good.
The goblin missed your Dark Master.
Because
the goblin
they're
missed
all
you.
protected.
The goblin skewers the goblin. The goblin skewers you. It is the goblin. The goblin is the drowned. The drowned. A puddle of you. The goblin
I'm just
is the
looking
drowned. The drowned. The drowned. A puddle of you.
around
The
to
drowned.
see
A
where
stone.
the
Remember, a puddle.
Goblin
a puddle
Mystic
of you. The
went.
drowned. The drowned. A stone wall. The drowned. The drowned. The drowned. A net trap. The drowned. The drowned. A puddle of urine.
That'd be cool if I could know that that net trap would drop nets on them and
It is
not
the
me.
goblin is it is you. Your Dark Master. A stone wall. The goblin is standing in a pool of blood.
I need to get out of here, but
It is the goblin is a puddle of urine. The ground. Your dark blade master. The goblin is standing in the goblin is standing
Let's
on
see,
the
I'm
ground.
going to try to swing to the north again.
You hit the goblin. The goblin stands. The
Oh, we
goblin,
got him.
The goblin missed your dark blade master. The goblin missed you. The goblin defeated the goblin. The goblin missed you.
Which goblin defeated which goblin?
It is a pool of, the goblin is standing
Okay,
in a pool of
so the
blood.
goblin to my north, the one I was swinging on, is now dead.
Your dark blade,
Where's the goblin
is
mystic?
standing in
'Cause now
pool
I have
of-
a
the goblin
path.
is standing in a, the goblin is standing. The goblin mystic is charging across the ground. 1 up, 3 right. Path is visible.
What if we take us a
The
step
goblin
up
skewers
here
the goblin missed you. The goblin missed
to
you.
the north?
Your dark blade master is following
realized-
you with withered fungus. 1 down. Path is visible.
I'm trying to do a little better at explaining everything I do. I understand, I've done my best, but I've noticed sometimes in my last videos I'm not very descriptive, so I'm trying to, because if there's other blind folks watching this,
It is the ground. The
What
ground.
kind of blind
The
guy would I
the
be
goblin
if
is
I left
standing
them in the
a-
dark?
Your dark blade master. The goblin is standing in a. The goblin is standing. The goblin is standing. The goblin mystic is fleeing across the ground. 1 down. 4 right. Path is visible.
okay,
It is you.
I
The
need
goblin
to
is standing
get-
in a pool of blood.
we're gonna go.
It
Wait,
is you.
did that
The
not
goblin
work?
is standing in a stone
Oh,
wall.
I must have been still in the map. I'm trying to go northeast. I can't.
It is a stone wall.
Oh, 'cause there's a wall.
The goblin is standing in a pool of blood.
Okay.
Your dark blade master slices the goblin. The goblin missed the goblin.
I just
The
swapped
goblin missed your
places
dark blade
with
master. The
The
goblin
Dark
missed you.
Blade Master.
You hit the goblin. Your dark blade master cuts the goblin. The goblin defeated the goblin. The goblin missed you. It is your dark a pool of blood.
Okay,
the
so-
goblin is, the goblin mystic is
Ooh.
standing on the ground.
Okay. Can I get up here?
Your dark blade master cuts
I
the
did.
goblin. The goblin cuts you. Your dark blade master. The goblin is charging. The goblin is standing in a pool of blood. 1
So
down.
what I'm
It
trying
is
to
the
do-
goblin, the goblin is charging. It is you. A pool of blood. The ground. The goblin. The ground.
What I'm
The
trying to
the
do is
ground,
get
the
around
ground,
this
a puddle-
goblin.
A puddle of urine. The ground.
So that I have an open shot at the Goblin Mystic so that I could cast Conjuration. So,
Your dark blade. The
Where
goblin
is
charged.
it?
The goblin is standing in a. The goblin mystic is fleeing across the ground. 1 down.
He's
2
running
right.
like a
Path
little
is visible.
biatch.
It is the goblin is charging through the ground. The goblin mystic is
Oh!
the ground. The goblin is standing. It is you.
Are you
Health
kidding
is-
me,
the
man?
goblin is charging the ground. A pool of blood. It is
What's
you.
my health?
52%.
That's
The floor
not
is
good.
splattered with blood. It is your dark. A stone
All
wall.
right.
Withered fungus. Withered. Your dark blade master slices
He's
the
gonna
goblin.
get- I'm
The
gonna have to
goblin
heal
skewers your
him.
dark blade master. The goblin cuts you. It is withered. A stone wall. It is you. Your dark blade master slices
Okay.
the goblin missed it. The goblin missed
Ooh.
you. It is the goblin is charged. The goblin is standing in a pool of
more Discord for these fellers.
good magic, good a scroll and type, good magic, a staff, good magic, a one
Let's
of
use
them,
the
good
other
magic,
staff
plus
of
3
Discord.
good magic, a staff of conjure, a staff of Discord. The goblin is your dark blade master stabs the goblin. The goblin missed your dark blade master. The goblin missed you. Your dark blade master defeated the goblin. The goblin missed your dark
And
blade
I like
master.
that guy. He is great to have on my side.
The goblin is standing in a pool of blood. To right. Your
Let's
dark blade master is
hit
standing
him
in a
with
pool
healing.
of blood. 1 up. To right. Path is visible.
Path is visible, but is path open?
Evil magic, a staff of healing, a light drop.
I don't know how his
Direction.
health
Your
is
dark blade
doing.
master is standing in a pool of blood. 1 up, to right, path is open. Your dark blade master looks stealthy.
There we
Your dark
go.
blade master cuts the goblin. The goblin stabs your dark blade master. It is withered. The
Discord
goblin
didn't
is a
seem to
pool of
work
blood.
that
The goblin
time.
is
He still
standing in a
seems to
pool
be
of blood.
quite focused on
It is a stone wall.
the Dark Blade Master rather than...
Your dark blade master cuts the goblin. The goblin missed you. You missed the goblin. Your dark blade master defeated the goblin. It is
Okay.
a pool of blood. Your dark blade, a pool of blood. A pool of blood.
Now where's the
Your
Mystic?
dark blade the goblin mystic is bleeding through a puddle of urine. 2 up, 4 right, path is in 3.
Now can we send some Spectral Blades
Good
after
magic,
it?
a 1 up, good magic, good, a staff of Discord, good magic, a staff of Discord, evil magic, a scroll and type,
Uh-oh.
good magic, a staff of Discord, a staff of Discord, good magic, a staff of
Where-
conjuration.
oh,
Direction.
I was
The goblin
almost
mystic
about
is bleeding
to
through a puddle of urine.
be very
2 up,
upset.
4 right, no open path.
No open
It is
path.
a pool of blood, your dark blade master, a pool of blood.
Oh, is it because of him?
Your dark blade, the goblin mystic is charging across the ground. To right, path is visible.
Alright, now...
Your dark blade master is
Whoa, what
following
else
you
just
through a
saw
pool of
me?
blood. 1 down, path it, the goblin mystic is bleeding across the ground. 1 up, path is visible. You defeated the goblin
There we
mystic.
go. No
Your
conjuration
dark blade
needed.
master, the bloat
Oh,
is
the
lying
bloat.
over the ground. 7 right, path it, the potion of darkness
The
is
bloat.
lying with
Don't
a
forget
fungus.
the bloat.
It is the bloat is flying over the ground.
Whoa, would he set off that trap? I don't think so because he flies, but maybe.
Inventory quest. No magic. A +0 whip.
Oh, we can't even throw darts at him.
Good magic. A war axe. No magic. Plate armor. Evil magic. A potion of paralysis. Evil magic. An indigo potion. Apply. Drop. Throw.
What if we just paralyze him?
Evil magic.
Or would that kill him too?
Evil magic. An indigo potion.
No, I don't want to do that.
A potion of fire immunity. A scarlet bow. A potion of detect magic. Good magic. A scroll and type. Good.
Okay.
Evil magic.
I'm gonna have to send
good magic. A staff of discord. A staff of this. Good magic. A staff of conjurate. A net trap.
I was just making sure my Darkblade Master wasn't in the way. So instead of just tabbing to the bloat, which is the quickest way, I wanted to double check that my Blade Master wasn't in the way. I've had enough with hurting my allies today. Oh, okay. Because in my game of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, and accidentally
your spectral blade hits the bloat. Your spectral blade hits the bloat. The bloat bursts, leaving behind an expanding cloud of caustic gas. Resting. It is your remember withered fungus. Remember a wooden door. Remember withered fungus. Remember a wooden door was here. It is withered. It is you. Withered fun. It is you. Health 54%. You're standing in the doorway. Your Darkblade Master is following you through withered fungus. To right. Path is visible. You see a pink jelly. Your Darkblade Master is standing in withered fun. The Goblin Mystic is shackled in place in a puddle of vomit. 12 up. 22 left. Path is visible. It is withered. Withered fungus. The pink jelly is wandering through an open door. 30 up. 23 left. Path is visible. Remember a stone wall was here. Your Darkblade, it's a cloud of, it is you, with your, a wooden door. You see a pink jelly. Your Darkblade Master, the Goblin Mystic is shackled in place in a puddle of vomit. 12 up. 22 left. Path is visible. The pink jelly is wandering across an iron manacle. 10 up. 23 left. Path is visible. It is withered a cloud of caustic resting. You see a pink jelly. Resting. The pink jelly is your Darkblade Master is following you through withered fungus. To right. Path is with. The pink jelly is wandering across an iron manacle. 40 up. 50 resting. It is with your withered with a cloud of caustic gas. A stone an inactive gas vent. A cloud of caustic withered a stone wall. Resting. It is withered your withered a duel of the drowned. It is your spectral blade the drowned a duel of the drowned the drowned a stone wall the drowned a stone wall. A stone blank the drowned. It is a duel with withered remember withered fun a wooden door. The Goblin Mystic is you are hungry. Inventory wearing some food. Apply, drop, throw. That food tasted delicious. Remember a puddle of vomit was here. Your Darkblade, a downward stair, a wooden door. Your Darkblade Master is a downward staircase. 2 up, 2 left, a wooden door. 10 down, 1 right. Path is visible. Exploring, you see a toad. Your Darkblade, the toad is wandering across the ground. 9 up, 1 right. Path, a wooden door. Exploring. A potion of darkness is a wooden door. 1 up. Path is visible. Exploring, you found 138 pieces of gold. I see no path for further. Your Darkblade Master, a potion of darkness is lying in with it is you. The drowned, the drowned. Your Darkblade Master is a duel of stone. Remember a stone wall. Remember grass like a stone wall, a duel of blood, a duel of the drowned, a stone wall. Remember the remember a stone wall. Remember a stone wall. Remember a stone plank. Remember a stone wall. Remember a downward. Remember an upward staircase. Remember a downward. Your dark, a potion of darkness, a net trap. 1 down, 2 left. It is you under the drowned. Your Darkblade Master, the drowned. It is a remember withered a stone withered fungus remember withered remember a wooden door. What you see a pink jelly, a net trap. Your the pink jelly is wandering through withered fungus. 1 up, 4 left. It is withered an inactive gas withered fungus. A wooden door. Withered fungus. It with a wooden door. You're not late. The goblin mystic is shackled in place in a puddle of pop. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. You hear combat in the distance. You hear something die in combat. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. You hear combat in the distance. You hear something die in combat. You hear combat in the distance. You hear combat in the distance. You see a pink jelly. Your dark blade master is following you through an open door. 10 down, 1 right. The pink jelly is standing in withered fungus. 12 down, 1 right. A downward staircase. Your dark blade master. It is the acid flecked drowned. The drowned. A pool of blood. Your dark blade master blinks. Your dark blade. A downward step. A wooden door. 11 down, 1 right. Path is visible. It's the acid. A wall. Remember a wall. A stone wall. A downward step. A wall mounted. The filthy hay. Filth. The drowned. You see a pink jelly. You see a pink jelly. Your dark blade master is following. The pink jelly is charging through an open door. 12 down, 1. The pink jelly is a downward staircase. Your dark blade. It's it. The drowned. Remember filthy hay. What? Filthy hay. You see a pink jelly. It is a pool, filth, the drown, a pool of a stone wall, a stone wall, a pool of, remember a pool of blood, remember a pool of, remember the drowned, remember a stone wall, remember the drowned, remember a stone wall was here, remember a pool, remember the drowned, what, you hear combat, you hear something die in combat, you hear combat in the distance, it is you, your dark blade master is standing on a stone blank, a stone wall, a stone, remember a stone blank, a pool of the drought, a stone wall, a stone blank, a stone wall, your dark blade, remember a downward staircase was here, 6 down, 10 right, path is visible. You see a pink jelly. The pink jelly is wandering across the ground. 2 down, 6 right. Your dark blade. The pink jelly is wandering across the ground. Remember a downward staircase was here. 3 down, 4 right. Path is visible. You see a pink jelly. Your dark blade master defeated the pink jelly. A wooden door. 14 down, 2 right. Path is visible. The pink jelly is standing on the ground. 1 down. Path is visible. You dispatched the pink jelly, catching it unaware. The pink jelly is charging through a pool of purple blood. 1 down. Path is. You defeated the pink jelly. The pink jelly missed you. The pink jelly is standing on the ground. 1 down, 1 right. You did the pink jelly. Your dark blade master is hitting the ground. You defeated the pink jelly. The pink jelly missed you. Your dark blade master defeated the pink jelly. Your dark blade a downward stair. A wooden door. 14 down, 2 right. Path is visible. Your dark a potion of an inactive. Your dark blade a potion of darkness is lying in. It is grass-like. Withered fur. Remember a stone wall. Remember withered thunder. Remember a stone. Remember grass-like. Remember a wooden door was here. Your dark the goblin mystic is shackled in place in a puddle of. You see a pink jelly. You hit the pink jelly, catching it unaware. The pink jelly splits in 2. It is the pink jelly. It is you. A pool of. It is the brink of a chasm. It is you. The pink jelly is charging through a pool of purple blood. Your dark, your dark blade master is following you. The pink jelly is charging through a pool of purple blood. You hit the pink jelly. It's a pool of blood. Your dark blade master is the brink of a chasm. The pink jelly is. It is you. Health 98. You hit the pink jelly. The pink jelly splits it. It's the pink jelly is. You hit the pink jelly. The pink jelly. It's the pink. You hit the pink jelly. It is the pink jelly. You defeated the pink. It is you. The pink. It is you. You hit the pink jelly. The pink jelly splits. It is the pink jelly. You defeated the pink jelly. The pink jelly missed you. It is you. The brink of a. Your dark blade. The drought. A pool. A stone. A pool of. The brink of a chasm. The brink. Your dark blade master is. Your dark blade master is standing in a pool of purple blood. 1 up. Path is visible. A pool of purple blood. Your dark blade. It's a pool of a stone wall. A pool of the brink. A chasm. A stone wall. A stone blank. A stone. The drowned. A stone. It is a pool of purple. Your dark blade master is the brink. A chasm. The brink. A pool of the brink of a chasm. The brink of the drought, a stone wall, it is a pool, a stone blank, a pool of the brink, a chasm, a stone wall, a stone blank. It is you, the brink of a chasm, the brink, a chasm, a stone wall, a chasm, the brink, the drowned, a pool of blood. You see a toad. Your the toad, a wooden door, 1 down, 3 right, path is visible. The goblin mystic is shackled in place in a puddle of vomit. 1 down, 1 right. Free the captive drop. You free the grateful goblin mystic and gain a faithful ally. Remember a upward staircase. Remember a downward staircase was here. 3 up. You descend. It is you, under light, health 100%, grass like fungus crunches underfoot. Inventory Good magic, a +3 teleportation. The surface of this little sphere has been etched with a perfect grid pattern. Somehow, the squares of the grid are all exactly the same size. You found it on depth 5. When used, the charm will teleport you elsewhere in the dungeon and recharge in 166 turns. If the charm is enchanted, it will recharge in 91 turns. Good magic, a staff of disc, equal magic, a scroll and equal magic, a scroll entitled Purpose. Good magic, a scroll of enchanting, apply. This is a weak equal magic, a staff of disc, good magic, a staff of good magic, a wand of beacon, good magic, a +3 teleportation charm ready. Your teleportation charm gleams briefly in the darkness. Exploring, you see a vampire bat. The vampire bat is hovering over withered fungus. 15 down, 11 right, no visible path. 100, a wooden door, 178 gold pieces are lying in withered fungus. 16 down, 30, exploring, your goblin mystic casts protection. The vampire bat, 170, exploring, your goblin your dark blade master is, the vampire bat is hovering over withered fungus. 15 down, 18 right, no wizard, exploring. You now have a scroll of enchanting. Inventory. Good magic, a wand of good magic, a +4 teleportation charm ready, apply, drop, throw. The surface of this little sphere has been etched with a perfect grid pattern. Somehow, the squares of the grid are all exactly the same size. You found it on depth 5. When used, the charm will teleport you elsewhere in the dungeon and recharge in 91 turns. If the charm is enchanted, it will recharge in 50 turns. A staff of discord, equal magic, a scroll of enchanting, apply, this weak. Good magic, a wand of beck, good magic, a +4 teleportation charm. Your teleportation charm gleams briefly in the darkness. Your dark blade, exploring, you found 185 pieces of gold. Exploring, you see a monkey. Your dark blade, your goblet, the monkey is sleeping on the ground. 3 down, 13 right, path is visible. Exploring, you see a toad. Your dark blade your goblin mystic is, the toad is sleeping on the ground. 4 up, 5 right, an inactive cast. Your dark blade master is, it is the drowned, it is the drowned, the drowned, the drowned, the drowned. The drowned, a stone wall, the drowned, blank, the toad is sleeping on the ground. It is the drowned, a stone wall, the drowned, the drowned, the drowned, the drowned, the drowned, a stone wall, a stone wall. Your goblin mystic casts protection. You see a toad. Your goblet, the toad is sleeping on the ground. 3 up, 3 right, it is you, health 100, the toad is sleeping on the ground. It is the drowned, it is the drowned, it is a stone, the drowned, a stone wall. You see a toad. Your dark blade master, your goblin mystic, the toad is sleeping on the ground. 2 up, 1 right, path is visible. The toad is sleeping on the ground. 1 up, 1 left, path is, you hit the toad in its sleep. The toad is, you defeated the toad. Exploring, you see a monkey. Your dark blade, your goblin mist, the monkey is sleeping on the ground. 2 down, 6 right, it is you, a stone wall. Your dark blade master, it is you, the drowned, a stone wall, blank, a stone wall, the drowned. Your dark blade, your goblet, the monkey is sleeping on the ground. 1 down, 3 right, it is the drowned, the monkey is sleeping on the ground. You dispatched the monkey in its sleep. Exploring, you found 178 pieces of gold. Exploring, you found 200 pieces of gold. Exploring, you see a downward staircase. Exploring, you found 177 pieces of gold. Exploring, you see a toad. Your dark blade, the toad is sleeping in withered fungus. 3 down, 1 left. It is you, withered it is a stone wall, withered, it is you, under light, health 100%. You're standing in the doorway. You see a wraith. The toad is standing in withered fungus. 2 down, 1 left. Path. The wraith is sleeping in withered fungus. 2 down, 5 left. Path is visible. Your dark blade master is following you through withered fungus. 1 up. Path is visible. The toad is charging through withered fungus. 2 down. Path is visible. It is you. Withered. The toad is charging through withered fungus. It is you. A stone. It is you. Your tablet. Withered fungus. Your goblin mystic casts protection. The toad slimes your dark blade master. It a wooden door. It is you. Withered fungus. It withered fun. Luminescent fun. It is luminescent fun. Your goblin mystic is standing on the ground. 2 up. 3 right. 170. A wooden door. 1 down. Path is visible. You hear combat in the disc. You see a toad. Your dark blade master is following you through withered fungus. 1 down, 1 left. Path is. The toad is standing in withered fungus. 2 down. Path is fit. Your dark blade master slices the toad. The toad slimes your dark blade master. Resting. Your dark blade master defeated the toad. Rest. Your goblin. A scroll 100 and a scroll entitled Loto Porter is lying in withered fungus. 1 down, 1 right. Path is visible. You see a wraith. You now have a scroll. Your dark blade master is following you through withered fungus. 2 down, 4 left. The wraith is sleeping in withered fungus. 2 down, 6 left. Path is visible. Your goblin mystic casts protection. Your dark blade master stabs the wraith in its sleep. Your goblin mystic is 147 gold pieces are lying in withered fungus. 3 down, 2 left. Path is visible. You see a wraith. Your goblin. The wraith is standing in withered fungus. 1 down, 3 left. 100 and a wooden door. An alarm. Your dark blade master is standing in withered fungus. 1 down, 2 left. It is you. Health 100. Withered. Your dark blade master is Your dark blade master cuts the wraith. The wraith missed your dark blade master. Your dark blade master missed the wraith. The wraith missed your dark blade master. Resting. It is you. 147 gold. You found 147 pieces of gold. The wraith missed your dark blade master. Your dark blade master slashes the wraith. The wraith claws your dark blade master. It is withered fun. The wraith is a stone wall. It is you. Health withered. Your dark blade master with withered fungus. The wraith is standing in withered fungus. Your dark blade master missed the wraith. The wraith bites your dark blade master. It withered, dead foliage, withered fun. It is you, a stone wall. Your goblin mystic is fun. Your dark blade, the wraith is. Your dark blade master is standing in withered fungus. 1 down, 3 left. Path is fit. The wraith is standing in withered fungus. 2 down, 4 left. Path is. It is you, withered fungus. Your dark blade master slices the wraith. Inventory. A staff of good magic, a staff of this good magic, evil magic, direction. Your goblin mystic, a wooden door, an alarm trap. Your goblin mystic, a wooden door. 1 up. It is death. Remember, withered fungus was here. Something hits the wraith. The wraith is fleeing through withered fungus. 1 right. Path is visible. You missed the wraith. Your goblin, the wraith is fleeing through withered fungus. 2 down, 3 right. Path is visible. It is your withered fungus. The wraith is fleeing across the ground. 2 down, 4 right. Path is inventory. Good magic, a staff of discord, a staff of good magic, a staff of conjure, good mat direct. The wraith is fleeing across the ground. 2 down, 4 right. Path is open. The wraith destroyed your spectral blade. Your spectral blade hits the wraith. Your spectral blade missed the wraith. The wraith destroyed your spectral blade. Resting. Your goblin. The wraith is standing in a pool of green blood. 2 down, 4 right. It is your withered fungus. Your spectral blade hits the wraith. Your spectral blade hits the wraith. The wraith destroyed your spectral blade. Your goblin missed it. It's withered. A pool of green. The wraith is your withered fun. It is you. Withered. Your spectral blade defeated the wraith. Exploring, you found 173 pieces of gold. Exploring. You now have a gold sword, 19. Exploring, you see a vampire bat. Your dark blade master, the vampire bat is hovering over withered fungus. 20 right. Path is visible. Exploring. Your dark blade master, a wooden door. 1 left. A wooden door. Exploring, you see a goblin. Your goblin mystic is following you across the ground. 4 up. Path. The goblin is wandering across the ground. 19 right. Path is visible. Exploring. Your goblin mystic casts protection. Your goblin mystic is. The goblin is wandering across the ground. 9 right. Path is. A stone. Grass-like. The ground. A stone wall. The ground. Your the goblin is charging across the ground. 5 right. Path is fit. The goblin is charging across the ground. 3 right. Path. You defeated your goblin missed a wooden door. 10 left. Exploring. You hear combat in the distance. You hear something get destroyed in combat. Your dark blade master is exploring. You see a goblin conjurer. Your Darblade Master. The Goblin Conjurer is sleeping on the ground. 4 down. 5 right. It is you. The ground. It is you. A stone wall. The ground. The ground. It is you. A stone. The ground. A stone wall. The ground. A stone. The ground. The ground. It is you. The ground. The ground. The ground. The ground. The Goblin Conjurer is sleeping on the ground. Your Darblade Master. Your Goblin Mystic is. The Goblin Conjurer is standing on the ground. 4 down. 4 right. Path is visible. Inward weak west. Evil magic, good magic, a staff of disco, good magic, a staff of good magic, a wand of beckoning used twice. The Goblin Conjurer is standing on the ground. The ground. The Goblin Conjurer. You hit the Goblin Conjurer. The Goblin Conjurer gestures ominous. It is the spectral. The Goblin Conjurer. The spectral. You hit the Goblin Conjurer. The spectral. It's the spectral. The Goblin Conjurer. It's the spectral blade. The Goblin. You hit the Goblin Conjurer. It is the spectral. The spectral. The ground. A stone wall. It is you. Under the ground. The ground. The spectral. The Goblin Conjurer is bleeding across the you. The spectral blade. The spectral blade nicks you. The spectral blade missed you. The spectral blade nicks you. The spectral blade nicks you. It is you. The Goblin Conjurer is chopped. You hit the Goblin Conjurer. The spectral. It is a pool of blood. The Goblin Conjurer is bleeding across the spectral blade nicks you. Your Darblade Master destroys it. The ground. The ground. A stone wall. The Goblin Conjurer. It is you. Under light. Health 62%. The floor is splattered with blood. Inward weak. No magic, a wand of beckoning, good magic, a staff of conjure, a staff of disc, good magic, direction, the Goblin Conjurer, the spectral blade nicks you, the spectral blade nicks you, the spectral blade nicks you. It's your a wooden door, remember withered fungus was here. The spectral blade destroyed the spectral blade nicks you, your Darblade Master destroyed the spectral blade, resting, the Goblin Conjurer is charged, your spectral blade destroyed the spectral blade. It's a wooden door. It's withered, your Darblade, the Goblin Conjurer is fleeing through withered fungus. 2 up, 1 right, path is visible. It is you, withered fungus, the Goblin Conjurer is fleeing, the Goblin Conjurer gestures ominously, you see a speck, it is the withered fungus, the spectral withered fungus, your Darblade Master is following you through, the Goblin Conjurer is fleeing through withered fungus. 2 up, 2 right, path is withered fungus. The spectral blade, the Goblin Conjurer is fleeing through withered fungus. 2 up, 2 right, path it is the withered fungus, the Goblin Conjurer is fleeing through withered fungus. Inward wheel, wearing no magic, good magic, a flail, good magic, a war, a broadsword, no magic, plate armor, evil magic, a potion of paralysis, evil magic, an indigo, good magic, a potion of firing, a scarlet bow, a potion of good magic, a scroll of good magic, 2 scrolls, good magic, a scroll entitled Snarkbus, a scroll good magic, a staff of discord, good magic, a staff of conjure, no magic, a wand of beckoning, good magic, a +5 teleportation charm, good magic, a +2 guardian charm, ready, apply, drop, throw. No magic, a wand of beckoning used 3 times. Apply, drop, throw, direct. The Goblin Conjurer is fleeing through withered fungus. 2 up, 2 right, path is open. Your wand of beckoning fizzles, it must be deleted. Your Darblade Master destroyed the spectral blade. The spectral blade nicks you, the spectral blade nicks you, the spectral blade missed you. It is withered for your Darblade, the ground. Remember, a stone wall, your Darblade Master destroyed, it is you, under light. Your Darblade Master destroyed the spectral blade. Your Goblin, you hear something gets destroyed in combat. It is a wooden door, remember withered, a stone, the ground, it is a stone wall. A wooden door, you hear something gets destroyed in combat. 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 It's the ground, a wooden door. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. You hear combat in the distance. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. You hear combat in the distance. You see a spectral blade. It's withered fungus. Your the vampire bat is hovering over withered fungus. 3 up, 2 right, path is withered. The Goblin Conjurer is charging through withered fungus. 4 up, 4 right, path is visible. It is you, withered, your Darblade Master is standing, the spectral blade is, remember withered fungus was here. Your Darblade Master destroyed the spectral blade, the vampire bat missed you. Your Darblade Master raises the vampire bat, the Goblin Conjurer gestures ominously, you see, it withered fungus. The vampire bat is flying over withered fungus. A scroll entitled, a scroll entitled Evil Magic, a staff of healing, apply, drop, throw. Good magic, a staff of discord, class slash, apply, direct, with withered fun, with the vampire bat is flying over withered fungus. 3 up, 1 right, path is open. Your blade master cuts the vampire bat. The vampire bat bites your blade master. It is withered fund. It is you, under light, health 50%. You, it is a stone withered. The vampire bat is hovering over withered fungus. Infrequent. A scroll type evil good magic, a staff of discord, a staff of good magic, a staff of conjuration, and with the vampire bat is hovering over withered fungus. 3 up, 1 right, path is open. Your blade master blinks. The vampire bat destroyed your spectral blade. You see a spectral blade. You see a spectral blade. The vampire bat, the goblin conjurer is charging through withered fungus. 4 up, 4 right, path is, the vampire bat is, the goblin conjurer is hitting the ground. A ghoul it is you, it is a stone wall. Your spectral blade hits the vampire bat. Your spectral blade destroyed the spectral blade. The vampire bat destroyed your spectral blade. Your spectral blade destroyed the spectral blade. You hear combat in the distance. It is a wooden door. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. Resting. It's a wooden door. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. Resting. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. Resting. You hear something gets destroyed in combat. Resting. You hear something die in combat. Resting. 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 It's a wooden door. Remember with a thumb. Resting. Resting. The vampire bat hits you, resting. It is your spectral blade is hovering over a pool of blood. It is you, under the vampire bat, a stone wall. You hit the vampire bat. The vampire bat hits you. You hit the vampire bat. It's an open door, a stone, the vampire bat is flying over withered fungus. The vampire bat destroyed your spectral blade. It is a pool of your spectral blade is a stone wall. Your blade master defeated the vampire bat. Your blade master is following you through withered fungus. 1 up, path is infrequent. Good magic, a throw, good evil magic, a staff of healing, apply, drop, throw. Good evil magic, a staff of healing, direction. Your blade master is following you through withered fungus. 1 up, path is open. Your blade master looks healthier. Your blade master is following you through withered fungus. 3 down, path is visible.